I'm joined now by Sir Robert Francis QC, whose inquiry into excess deaths at Mid Staffordshire Trust called for fundamental changes in culture which led to a freedom to speak up policy in the NHS. He's now the chair of Healthwatch England, an independent group that champions health and social care users. Good evening, Sir Robert. First of all, let me just quickly reprise the anonymous doctor. They hauled me in front of a panel of senior managers. It was very intimidating. They gave me a bollocking for quite a long time. Essentially, I should stop causing a fuss. That's pretty shocking, isn't it?
It's a disgrace. If that's what's happening, it shouldn't. The Secretary of State has said that shouldn't happen. The CQC has said that shouldn't happen. And the National Freedom to Speak Up Guardian has said that shouldn't happen. So if anyone has experienced that, they should report the matter to the Care Quality Commission, preferably, and they are protected by law if they do so.
The problem is that often people who are making the complaints and speaking up are in vulnerable positions, are concerned about their jobs, their mortgages, and it's a very difficult thing to be a whistleblower, especially in a time of crisis.
I agree, and it doesn't need many to be treated in that way for very many more people to be deterred from speaking up.
Exactly.
And if there was ever a time when we need people to be open about these things, it is now. However, the National Guardian did issue a report today, and two things came out of that. This was a report from the Guardians in hospitals, Freedom to Speak Up Guardians in hospitals. An increasing number of people are speaking up to them about concerns about PPE. And secondly, most of the Guardians think that their trusts will respond to those concerns. However, a significant minority would think the opposite. And as I said, it doesn't take many to get this entirely wrong for everybody.
Well, you've talked about dark corners of the NHS where it's still not feasible to speak up or not acceptable to speak up. Where are some of these dark corners?
Well, they can be anywhere. I would like to think it's rare these days for an entire hospital organisation to be a dark corner, but perhaps lower managers haven't got this message yet. I'm afraid in times of pressure, that's when the culture really needs to be open. Of course, the pressures against it being open are very severe indeed, and it requires quite courageous leadership to ensure that is rooted, that the trust, if you like, is rooted out. And I think it's incumbent on everyone in the service to do their best. Colleagues need to support colleagues. Leaders need to support people visibly who speak up, and they should also take immediate action about people who stop others from doing so.
So, Robert, thank you very much for joining us.